Okay, continuing, we've got, I went ahead and finished painting. See, the pants are a brown color, okay? Now, I'm going to use a raw Sierra for the vest, right here, the vest part. Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking that that's probably what the problem that my friend had with his piece, is that he might have made his paint too thick and it didn't dry just right. Because if your paint becomes too thick, a lot of times the bottom layer of the paint does not dry quickly if you put several coats of it on it. See, what happens when you use this wash, it doesn't look that dark, and I think that's the problem a lot of people have. Well, it doesn't look that dark, so it's not dark enough. But what happens when you put the boil linseed oil on it, it darkens all of this. It darkens all of the figure itself, in other words. So it also darkens the colors, and it stays dark. So that's what a lot of people have a little bit of problems with. Like they'll look at the figure and say, well, that's not dark enough. And then, so they put a whole bunch of layers on it. And then whenever they do put the boil linseed oil on it, well, it looks too dark. Okay. I'm just using the raw Sierra for the vest. See that? Like that. And the back of it. So that's why I use that wash. It's so that my paint does not become too thick and too dry. And water, of course, water thins it. But like I said, I want my piece, and you'll get the hang of it. I understand that, you will. It's not something you have to learn right off the bat. That's why we have these videos, because I know when I first started, I painted my figures too much. In fact, I didn't even use a wash. I didn't even use an antiquing solution and stuff like that. And basically, they were just painted too much. They looked like they didn't look like wooden figures. They looked like plastic figures, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Not that situation. We're trying to avoid it not looking like a piece of plastic. You've taken a lot of time wood carving this figure, and you want to look like a wood carving. And I've seen a lot of people's wood carvings that are painted so heavily that you can't even tell it's a wood carving. I think the best way to do is to go into like a Hobby Lobby a lot of times, or go into a lot of these places where they sell these overseas pieces, in other words. And you will see that's another way of telling people's wood carvings from these overseas stuff. As the painting, most of the time the painting on overseas stuff is real thick and real bright and all that stuff. And most carvings that are done by individuals, if they've learned how to do it. Okay, there we are. Alright, the vest is done. Okay, now I think I'm going to use a red oxide for the shirt. It's just a red oxide. And like you see, you know, as you can see, but whenever I put that antiquing solution on it, it will darken this paint. It will darken the all of it. That's the reason for it. Plus, it also smooths out the piece. It smooths out the now you can make it as red as you want and stuff, but I'm just saying that I've learned that. I've had to learn that with time, and you will too. I try to get it in a position where I can show you. I can't always do that in every frame, as we might say. Because basically I'm doing these videos by myself, and I've got the camera set up on a tripod, and maybe they're not as professional as a lot of people would like, but they give you the general idea of what to do, and that's the most important thing. I get so proud of seeing some of these guys that have learned from the videos on Wood Carving Illustrated and other things. They've sent me pictures of their stuff, and what's wonderful is a lot of people have a lot of creative ideas, and much more creative than me. So, but they just need a chance to learn, and I get some of these pictures from people that have learned from my videos. And then they get creative themselves and use their own ideas, and that just tickles me. I'll tell you what, it just does, because one of the problems I just feel that we have in today's society